the 11 best exercises for your health. Discover the top 11 exercises for optimal health in our latest video. From cardio to strength training, these exercises are designed to improve your overall fitness, boost your mood, and enhance your well-being. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, these moves will help you achieve your health goals. Tune in to learn how to incorporate these exercises into your routine for a healthier, happier you. 1. Pelvic tilts exercise. Pelvic tilts are an excellent exercise for both men and women, beneficial for strengthening the lower back, abdominal muscles, and improving pelvic stability. This exercise is particularly popular among women, especially during pregnancy, as it helps alleviate lower back pain and prepares the body for childbirth. To perform pelvic tilts, follow these steps. Starting position: lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Place your arms by your sides. Tighten your abdominals. Engage your core by pulling your belly button towards your spine. Tilt your pelvis. Slowly tilt your pelvis backward so that your lower back presses gently into the floor. Hold this position for a few seconds. Return to start. Relax and return to the starting position. Repeat this motion for 10 to 15 repetitions, ensuring slow and controlled movements. Pelvic tilts help improve posture, reduce back pain, and enhance core strength. They are safe for most people, including pregnant women, and can be done daily. Always consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new exercise regimen, especially if you have any pre-existing conditions or concerns. By incorporating pelvic tilts into your routine, you can support your lower back health and overall core stability. 2. Frog pose exercise. Frog pose, also known as Mandikasana, is a beneficial yoga posture that targets the inner thighs, hips, and groin muscles. It's particularly effective for enhancing flexibility, reducing tension, and improving overall hip mobility. To perform frog pose, follow these steps. Starting position: begin on all fours, ensuring your knees are directly under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Widen your knees. Gradually slide your knees out to the sides as far as comfortable while keeping your feet aligned with your knees. Flex your feet so that your toes point outward. Lower your hips. Slowly lower your hips toward the ground. Ensure your shins and inner thighs are touching the mat, forming a right angle between your thighs and calves. Support your upper body. Lower your upper body down to your forearms for support. Keep your back straight and engage your core muscles. Hold the position. Maintain this pose for 30 seconds to a few minutes, focusing on deep, steady breaths. Ensure you stay within a comfortable range of motion to avoid overstretching. Frog pose helps release tension in the hips and groin, which is particularly beneficial for those who sit for extended periods or engage in activities requiring hip flexibility, such as dancing or martial arts. Always move into and out of the pose slowly to prevent injury. If you experience any discomfort, reduce the intensity or consult a yoga instructor for modifications. 3. Abdominal stretch exercise. An abdominal stretch is an effective exercise for lengthening and relaxing the muscles in the abdomen, helping to improve flexibility, posture, and relieve tension. This exercise can be particularly beneficial for individuals who experience tightness in their core due to prolonged sitting or strenuous workouts. To perform an abdominal stretch, follow these steps. Starting position: lie face down on a yoga mat with your legs extended and the tops of your feet resting on the floor. Place your hands under your shoulders with your elbows close to your body. Lift your upper body. Press into your hands to lift your chest off the floor, extending your spine and opening your chest. Keep your elbows slightly bent and your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Engage your core. As you lift, engage your core muscles to support your lower back. Ensure your hips remain in contact with the floor. Hold the stretch. Hold this position, known as Cobra pose in yoga, for 15 to 30 seconds. Breathe deeply, allowing your abdomen to stretch with each inhalation. Release and repeat. Slowly lower your chest back to the floor. Repeat the stretch 2 to 3 times, gradually increasing the duration as your flexibility improves. The abdominal stretch helps counteract the effects of prolonged sitting and tightens the abdominal muscles. It also promotes better posture by encouraging a natural curve in the lower back. Always perform this stretch slowly and with control to avoid straining the lower back. If you experience discomfort, reduce the intensity or consult a fitness professional for guidance. 4. Cat-cow pose exercise. Cat-cow pose is a gentle, flowing sequence often used in yoga to warm up the spine and alleviate back tension. This exercise helps increase flexibility, improve posture, and relieve stress, making it suitable for people of all fitness levels. To perform cat-cow pose, follow these steps. Starting position. Begin on all fours, with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Keep your spine in a neutral position and your head aligned with your spine. Cat pose. As you exhale, round your spine towards the ceiling, tucking your tailbone and drawing your belly button towards your spine. Allow your head to drop, relaxing your neck. This is cat pose. Cow pose. As you inhale, arch your back by dropping your belly towards the floor and lifting your tailbone and chest towards the ceiling. Lift your head and gaze slightly upward. This is cow pose. Flowing sequence. Continue to alternate between cat pose and cow pose with each breath, moving smoothly and steadily. Inhale as you move into cow pose and exhale as you transition into cat pose. Repeat this sequence for 1 to 2 minutes, allowing your breath to guide your movements. Cat-cow pose helps to stretch and strengthen the spine, improving spinal flexibility and circulation to the discs. It also engages the core muscles, enhancing overall stability and balance. Regular practice of this pose can help alleviate back pain and reduce stress, promoting relaxation and overall well-being. Always perform the movements gently to avoid strain or injury. 5. Bridge hip abduction exercise. Bridge hip abduction is an effective exercise that targets the glutes, hamstrings, and hip abductors, helping to strengthen and tone these muscle groups. It also improves hip stability and overall lower body strength, making it a valuable addition to any fitness routine. To perform bridge hip abduction, follow these steps. Starting position. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Place your arms by your sides with palms facing down. Bridge position. Engage your core and glutes to lift your hips off the floor, creating a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. This is the bridge position. Hip abduction. Once in the bridge position, slowly open your knees out to the sides as far as comfortable. Keep your feet planted on the floor and your hips lifted. This movement engages the hip abductors. Return to center. Bring your knees back to the starting position, maintaining the bridge. Ensure your hips stay elevated throughout the exercise. Lower hips. After completing the desired number of repetitions, slowly lower your hips back to the floor and relax. Perform 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, focusing on controlled and steady movements. Bridge hip abduction is beneficial for enhancing glute strength and stability, which can help improve athletic performance and prevent injuries. It also targets the outer thighs, contributing to a balanced lower body workout. Incorporate this exercise into your routine to strengthen and tone your hips and glutes effectively. Always ensure proper form to maximize benefits and minimize the risk of injury. 6. Hip circles exercise. Hip circles are a dynamic exercise that helps to increase flexibility, improve mobility, and strengthen the hip muscles. This exercise is beneficial for loosening up the hips, enhancing coordination, and warming up the lower body before engaging in more intense activities. To perform hip circles, follow these steps. Starting position. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, knees slightly bent, and hands on your hips for balance. Alternatively, you can place your hands on a stable surface for support. Circle motion. Begin by shifting your weight to one leg while lifting the opposite leg slightly off the ground. Start making small circles with your lifted leg by moving your hip in a circular motion. Keep your core engaged to maintain stability. Controlled movements. Perform 10 to 15 circles in one direction, then switch to the opposite direction for another 10 to 15 circles. Focus on smooth and controlled movements, avoiding any jerky motions. Switch sides. After completing the circles with one leg, shift your weight to the opposite leg and repeat the exercise with the other leg. Hip circles can also be done on all fours for a different variation. All fours position. Get on your hands and knees with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Circular motion. Lift one leg and create circular motions with your knee, performing 10 to 15 circles in one direction and then switching to the other direction. Hip circles are effective for improving hip joint flexibility and range of motion, which can help alleviate stiffness and prevent injuries. They are also a great warm-up exercise to prepare the hips and lower body for more strenuous activities. Incorporate hip circles into your routine to keep your hips healthy and mobile. 7. Banded single leg glute bridge exercise. The banded single leg glute bridge is an advanced exercise that targets the glute muscles, hamstrings, and core, helping to build strength and stability in the lower body. Adding a resistance band increases the intensity, making it an excellent choice for those looking to challenge their glutes further. To perform the banded single leg glute bridge, follow these steps. Starting position. Place a resistance band just above your knees. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Position your arms by your sides with palms facing down. Engage the core and glutes. Lift one leg off the ground, extending it straight out. Engage your core and squeeze your glutes. Bridge position. Push through the heel of your grounded foot to lift your hips off the floor, creating a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Keep your extended leg in line with your torso. Hold and squeeze. At the top of the movement, squeeze your glutes and hold for a moment. Ensure your hips remain level and do not drop on one side. Lower and repeat. Slowly lower your hips back to the floor without touching down completely, and then lift again. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions on one leg before switching to the other leg. Perform 2 to 3 sets on each leg, focusing on controlled and steady movements. The banded single leg glute bridge effectively isolates the glute muscles, promoting strength and stability. It also engages the core for added stability and balance. This exercise is beneficial for improving athletic performance, enhancing lower body strength, and preventing injuries. Incorporate it into your routine to challenge your glutes and build a stronger, more stable lower body. 8. Push-up in child pose exercise. The push-up in child pose, also known as the child pose push-up, is a unique exercise that combines elements of strength and flexibility training. It primarily targets the chest, shoulders, triceps, and core, while also providing a gentle stretch to the lower back and hips. To perform the push-up in child pose, follow these steps. Starting position. Begin in child's pose. Kneel on the floor with your big toes touching and your knees spread apart. Sit back on your heels and extend your arms forward, resting your forehead on the mat. Transition to plank. From child's pose, shift your weight forward, bringing your body into a plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders and your body in a straight line from head to heels. Perform a push-up. Lower your chest towards the floor by bending your elbows, keeping them close to your body. Engage your core and keep your body straight. Return to child's pose. After completing the push-up, push back with your hands and shift your hips towards your heels, returning to child's pose. Repeat. Continue transitioning between the plank and child's pose, performing a push-up each time you are in the plank position. Perform 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, focusing on smooth and controlled movements. The push-up in child pose is effective for building upper body strength while maintaining flexibility. It offers a full body workout by engaging the core and lower body during the transitions. This exercise is ideal for those looking to increase their upper body strength without putting excessive strain on the joints. Incorporate it into your routine to enjoy a balanced combination of strength and flexibility training.